Good morning, everyone. My name is Megan Owen. Today, I will be presenting the Next Level Navigator for myself and my process, as well as the ability to take somebody else through this process. I must start by being honest in saying that this Next Level Navigator was probably the hardest one I had ever done. It is not always easy to have as much self reflection as this process requires. I learned a lot about myself through this process, as well as what some of my hindrances were and how much my childhood changed my adult life. However, in going through this process, I was able to recognize things about myself as well as the person I took through it. In completing my own Next Level Navigator, I was able to see that helping others is truly my calling. This is what I desire to do most in my life, more than just about anything else, except for being a mother. Being a mother is truly important to me. As you all know, I have 5 children. Of course, it's important to me. In this realization, I have also committed to continuing my education and not stopping with my associate's degree. I have realized the amount of lives that I can change between the 2 degrees is astronomical, and so I will keep going, and this process has helped me to realize that. My main goal is to be a better person for myself, my children, and the people that I will continue to encounter throughout my life. My purpose in life is to enrich the lives of others in all that I do, whether it is the people that are as close to me as my children are, or perfect strangers. Either way, I want to be able to help people grow and nurture others. In order to be able to become the person I truly wish to be, I really must finish my education first. This will allow me to be in a role to make the biggest differences in many people's lives. This will also allow me to be the biggest role model for my children, as well as other members of my family. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And I'm also trying to educate my little brother into the person that he could be able to become just by putting his best foot forward. Some of my strategic steps are to graduate with my degree, gain the necessary experience I will need to be in a role that I choose, and keep a positive attitude throughout it all. Sometimes school can be stressful, and it's not always easy to go through and stay positive. Some of my biggest guiding principles are to be honest and fair. I also wish to be a team player and to keep growing, as well as to continue to be highly motivated. My culture is to keep my best foot forward and never give up. My promise to others is to stay honest and fair with motivation and reliability in all that I do. Currently, I am inexperienced and I am still learning what my truest self is. In the next 3 years, I hope to have gained the experience I am seeking, and in doing so, I will become eager to lead. I have had the pleasure of taking someone else through this process as well, and I do believe it had benefits for us both. I was able to learn things about my older brother that I did not already know, and I was able to learn that some of our barriers are the same. We grew up in some pretty rough situations, and I had never thought that they affected him in the same ways that they affected me. I also learned that some of the things he has gone through in his adult life has changed the course of his life. And these are things that I did not already know about him, but by going through this process together, I was able to learn these things about my brother, and they have become important to me. As well as to him, he learned things about me that he didn't already know from childhood and both as an adult. We've been pretty close throughout our life, but this process has definitely helped us both to understand each other a little bit better. So, because I took him through this process, I would like to share some of his next level navigator with you as well. His next level sentence is to lead his family to achieve success and provide an organized and healthy lifestyle. Now, I won't tell him that I said this, but as far as organized goes, I think they still need some work. His purpose is to live fully into his potential as a father, husband, and as an artist. My older brother has definitely achieved his ability as a father and as a husband, and he is quite artistic. My older brother is a jewelry maker. He is also a silversmith. He knows how to make jewelry boxes out of tree stumps and is currently most focused on being a glass blower. He does some pretty awesome work. I wish I had some stuff that I could share with you. His key markers are to do organized daily action plans and for his family to participate in achieving goals. Achieving goals. I think this is an awesome thing for him as it gets all of his family to be on the same page and they all work toward the common goal together. This allows for them to celebrate together when goals are achieved. It gives each one of them their own specific role. So I thought that that was pretty cool that he incorporated that. His promise to others is to be his best self and help others to be their best selves as well. I really do feel like he has done this because he does several activities with his kids that you can tell that he's trying to get them to experience life in their fullest and capable manners as well. The culture my brother lives by is to be optimistic for living truly free. I thought this was particularly awesome because truly free, that can have such a wide definition for all people because we don't think of free as like slavery days, but are you living by what somebody else says that you should or should not be doing on a day to day basis? Are you living by having a boss that controls where your time is spent and how it is spent? So for him, he wants to live truly free, where he makes and breaks his own decisions and doesn't have somebody controlling his movements, whether it be a boss, his wife, or a job that he has to stick truly to. So I thought that this was awesome for him. Taking him through this process gave us a different bond as we were able to learn things about each other that we did not already know, as I have previously mentioned to you just a few moments ago. I enjoyed being able to learn new things about one another the way we did, as well as how our parenting styles are different, as well as how they are the same. We are cut from the same fabric. It also gave us some time together that I think we both have been lacking, but all the while still very much needing between one another. My brother and I's bond is pretty close, and through school and just life in general, we haven't been able to spend the time we would have liked with one another. And I think that that has been awesome going through this together. For the focus of the project, getting his insight on Max's disruption was awesome to me. My brother was able to think totally outside the box to the fact that Max had to send his first letter. This could have been a disruption for him because trying to muster up the courage or the will to do so. So, in sending Max's first letter, waiting for a response was a disruption for him as well, and the vagueness that Mr. A would give Max at times. I thought his take on this was truly mind blowing because I had never thought of it in that way before. For me, Max's disruption was all about the war and the PTSD he did and how much time that took away from him working on his entrepreneurial goals. But my brother even took it a step further as to look back at the letters that they had sent to one another, which was awesome to me, like I had already said. My brother also struggled to look into the future. So I tried to take a lighter approach to him and told him to think of where he wanted his life to be when his hair starts to turn gray. It made both of us giggle, but in doing so, this made it to where he was able to wrap his mind around what was being asked of him as far as this project goes. There were many times that he got stuck and would call me and tell me, "So, I have no idea what I'm doing or what should I say here." And we would strategize together. And in doing so, we were able to complete the project. For me, I had the ability to sit in on an interview with Damon John from Shark Tank just recently. And there were some inspirational things that were said, and I have used them for takeaways with this project particularly. Damon John said in the interview, who is it you're trying to be, and what is it you want people to think of when they hear your name? He used the word continuity. He said, I think of it like this is what your 2 to 5 words are. What 2 to 5 words can be used to describe who you are? or what 2 to 5 words people will think of when they hear your name. He also gave us some examples. For TNT, we know drama. Apple, think different. Nike, just do it. Fubu, for us, by us. White Castle is what you crave. This made me think heavily on what my 2 to 5 words are. And I still haven't exactly perfected them, but I will share as far as I have gotten with you today. For me, my 2 to 5 words: Megan. Honest, fair, compassionate, and funny. I'm sure I will want to recarve these 2 to 5 words as time goes on, but it did give me a spot to think about. It gave me a way to think outside the box, as I think it was very necessary for me to be able to do. This is the thought that I would like to leave all of you with today. What is your 2 to 5 words? If you had to think about yourself, what 2 to 5 words would you use to describe you? What 2 to 5 words would you want somebody to think when they hear your name? So I do want to leave you in that thought, and I hope that it gives you some reflection for yourself as well. And if you do choose to complete another Next Level Navigator, that you're able to use your 2 to 5 words as your next level sentence or where it is you'd like to be. But for now, I want to thank all of you for your time and joining me today. I also want to give a huge and special thanks to my older brother for going through this process with me. I hope that he gained some positivity out of it as well. Thank you all again. I hope you all have a very beautiful day, and bye for now.